me. Hello. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Emmy from Emmy Evolving. If this is your first time joining me, thank you for finding me. If this is not your first time, thank you for coming back. Let me take a sip of this. My husband makes the best coffee ever. So, how is everyone doing? The energy of last night was floofing insane. I still haven't slept and I'm wide awake. I feel like I'm wired. I didn't drink coffee last night. I even went to the gym. So I just don't get it. I don't get it. The energy is still super de duper crazy right now. So let me go ahead and start playing cards, okay? So this reading is going to be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, also for your cross watchers. And like I always say, also for the people who find themselves on this video resonating without a lick of Pisces, without anything Pisces. If it resonates, it's your message too. Who cares what's on the title? Who cares what's on the title? Okay, guys. Is it a new moon? Fucking someone shoot the moon. I'm sorry. Is it new? I thought it was because I was ovulating. Luna's being a bitch right now. Okay, I'll stop. Michael said to stop. I'll stop. How is the moon killing you? And I wrote something so beautiful about her last night. That bitch. Sorry. I'll stop. I promise. I'll stop tomorrow. No, seriously, how's it affecting you guys? And I just keep messing around the whole time. I just keep messing around. You know, you know. I don't even know where I put that. Yeah, I keep messing around and I don't know what it is. Like, I can't take life seriously. So, the message for this video is along the lines of you need to hear this. I don't know what's going to be said though. I don't know what it is. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, I already picked it up. We're going ancient Egyptian, guys. We're going ancient Egyptian. It's like it's the cards look like it's a progression. So, taking the advice of Tom, I'm just going to take it easy right now. Okay. I'm going to calm myself down. I'm going to pull cards to get the message that we need. And I'm going to allow myself to take a breather. Excuse me. That's another thing. My asthma's been acting up. How's your guys' breathing? New moon in Leo. My natal moon been crying as the drama queen Leo. Girl, the Pisces in me is like hurt at the way you're talking to my friend. Don't be calling my friend no drama queen, okay? Because I do be getting that way. Like, people can say ugly things to me and I don't care. You insult my friend, what the fuck you say? I'm like, I wasn't even what? Say it to my good ear. All right. Quit messing around, girl. You said you were gonna focus. Oh shit. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, things just got serious up in here. Like, seriously serious. Up in here. It just got serious, you guys. No joke. There is some fuckery afoot. I tell you right now, Michael, I did not sleep right now. I am hormonal AF. This reading better not go the way that I'm thinking you're taking this reading. I swear to whoever your superior is. Okay. Okay. I can just calm myself right down because maybe this reading's not going where I'm assuming. Maybe I should just stop assuming shit and just pull the cards. Just pull the card. Oh, see what I'm saying? I knew it. I mean, I knew that I was being a bit much. I knew that I was being a bit much, is what I knew. We need some of this truth and 2 more decks. Oh, shit, I don't got time for 2 more decks. This is hella decks already. Okay. This is going to be my version of a. Oh my God. It's like a double whammy. Holy shit. Okay. We need the second deck. Whatever comes out from this deck better negate that deck, because this is looking very trifling, ratchet ass, silly hoe. Someone's trying you. Someone's definitely trying you. I'm kind of wondering. See, that's the problem with silly hoes. They always try shit that's like way out of their capability. They always be writing checks that their ass cannot cash. I'm just saying. These silly hoes are trying you. All right. Here we go. Let's get this shit show started. That's a lot of decks. Holy shit. Do we need this much information? We do. We do. Okay. So, card number 3, inspiration. As a part of your growth, there's going to be a lot of flowers. You're going to be doing a lot of blossoming. That blossoming will attract to you the bees, because that's a part of your growth. That's a part of your process. So what ends up happening is the bees carry with them the potential to provide sweetness or sting you. It just depends on how you interact with the bees. Now, if you are very afraid and start doing things that make the bees feel threatened, they will begin to attack. And those bitches don't attack one at a time. If they're in a group, which bees often form groups, they will all swarm you. Okay. But that's okay, because you have the Queen of Heaven blessing you, blessings from the divine Empress of the skies. She's like, no bitches, no silly hoes. You're not touching this one. So it's okay. People are going to try you. That's a part of your journey. As a Piscean, that's a part of your journey. You can't really claim to have Piscean energy if people are not constantly trying your ass like you're weak or something. I'm just saying. I'm just saying some truth. It's truth. All right. So, card number 1, make peace with your past. I think from some of the other cards that are in the deck, this is an old cycle repeating. This is your opportunity to just skip this whole old cycle and transmute it into a new cycle. Transmute into something else. 83% at 9/11. 8 plus 3 is 11. 9 plus 2 is 11. Okay. So 11/11, this is your chance to recognize you have an opportunity to completely shift the direction of how your tests go. All right. Make peace with your past. You have to believe in yourself more than your fear. Okay. Oh, card number 11 and card number 4. 4 is the self, 11 is a recognition of a journey beginning. So you have to believe in yourself more than you believe in your fear. You have to believe in your phoenix energy, your ability to rise again, more than your belief in your ability to fall and fail yourself. There's no really such thing as failure. Card number 30, routine. Card number, this has no number. Oh, repetition, routine and repetition. So this is the same shit you have been dealing with over and over and over. Has to do with the moon, new moon. Has to do with the moon. So you're either going to allow yourself to become very calm and allow your waters to get very still, so that way you can see with clarity, or you're going to continue your old cycle of getting frazzled and like allowing things to really get out of hand simply because in the past it's gotten out of hand. This is your opportunity to change the routine, okay? See, and this is where the bullshit starts. All right. You need to have a big, bold vision. You have to do this differently. If you do not do this differently, it will be the same kind of bullshit that you have dealt with over and over and over again. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired of being dragged into BS drama, then you have to stop allowing yourself to be dragged. You need to anchor yourself into your own existence and exist. You don't have to prove anything to anyone else. No one else needs to hear your side of the story because on your side, there is no drama. Does that make sense? On your side, there is no drama. You are not participating in any of that. Okay. Um, but I'll tell you right now, I'm kind of feeling this for myself too, to be honest. To be honest. What I'm feeling is there are people who will take whatever it is you post on social media, whatever it is you say in private conversations, they will take it and they will make it about them, regardless of how little you actually think about them. They're going to make it about them. Like, for example, last night I saw it was a pretty awesome post and I kind of just chuckled to myself. And so I reshared it. It says, let people cancel themselves, which is true. That's kind of what this reading is about, letting people cancel themselves. If they want to start stuff, if they want to try and initiate and maintain some sort of drama, they're going to have to utilize all their energy. They're going to have to deplete themselves in order to continue that. Drama cannot continue unless there are two of you feeding that monster. Okay. So not only do you have to have a big, bold vision, you have to allow your consciousness to stretch, allow yourself to reach higher octaves. So your heart sings songs to you. And if you're going to restrict your heart to only a specific number of notes, then it can't really sing at its full capacity. You have to allow it to stretch to higher octaves. You have to allow your consciousness to reach higher levels of inner, under, and overstanding of yourself and your soul. Okay. So, card number 18, I analyze. You have to take a very, very neutral look at your life. You can no longer be like, oh, this person's doing me wrong. That person's doing me wrong. You can have a moment of knee jerk reaction like that. But if you're going to continue to really take in that type of mindset, that's feeding the monster energy. Wherever you pay attention, you are paying in energy. You are paying a price by giving your energy away. So if you're going to continue with that, that's what's going to happen. Now, card number 18, I analyze. We just talked about that. The next card is the path. You have to analyze where your path is taking you because sometimes it's not taking you up a mountain. Sometimes you have to recognize it's taking you to a whole nother place of being. If you look at that, I mean, she's not just going to some distant mountain. She's actually being transported to a completely different place. If you want something different in your life, you have to allow the changes that make space for differences, for a different outcome. If not, you're going to keep getting the same thing. So, if you stick to your integrity, the outcome will be different. Okay. If you allow people to suck you into this cycle of you're going to talk shit, they're talking shit, so you got to talk shit because now you got to really explain that you didn't do wrong and that they're being just mean to you and picking on you. And now you got to prove that you're not weak. Well, the thing is, the people who you're trying to convince, they've already made up their mind about you. That's the funny thing. The people who you are trying to convince that you didn't do anything wrong, they've already assumed you do wrong things. And now, whoever this is that's trying to stir up some sort of drama, that person is giving the individual the excuse to just run away with that belief that you are a horrible person. They've already made their mind up about you. That's just how humans function. That is just how humans function. So, card number 12, Hex. Be still and allow the enemy to reveal themselves. Uh huh. Mm-hmm. See that? They're masked. But even through their mask, ooh, look at that hair color. Ooh, I'm just saying, what the hell? Okay. Look at that image. They have a mask on. They have not shown you their true identity yet. They have not actually shown you how ridiculous they are willing to make whatever this is that they've concocted in their mind. Because it feels like for some of us, this is just some like they told themselves a story in their mind and they're totally just running with it. Like, oh my God, Emmy did this, and Emmy is so mean, and Emmy this and Emmy that. They done wrote a whole fucking movie about you. I don't even know where they're getting this from. Okay. So it's a whole movie at this point. I wouldn't be surprised if they're attempting to recruit people to back up and support their story. I mean, that's just kind of how it functions. Key of life, spinning the ankh. Kind of reminds me of the imagery. Is it right here? You have the key to open that portal to take you to a different place. You simply have to choose to use that key. Now, if you're not going to choose to use that key, you're going to stay at the same plane of existence, one that makes it very difficult for you to not partake in whatever drama this is. There's drama brewing, though. There's definitely drama brewing. Okay. So, okay, let me organize this. All right. I think I have the story organized here. So, card number 23, defend to the end the worthwhile. You are worth the while. You are worth fighting for. But here's the thing, do you have to fight for everything? Do you have to show up at every battle that you're invited to? I'd like to think that you're a sovereign and you have the ability to pick and choose what you will show up for, whether that be good things, whether that be bad things, whether it's full on battles. I feel like you have the ability to choose what you're going to show up for. So, what will you choose? Now, this card comes up and it gives a not so good feeling. Not so good feeling. I'm going to be honest. Not so good feeling. So, here we go. Card number 16, Cancer. I feel. Your feelings are your God. The soul is your temple. So, you can be assured emotions are high. You may want to withdraw, or you may be dealing with someone who is withdrawn or depressed. There is sensitivity and emotional closeness indicated. This may be a secret love or involve bonded souls. It also can mean that family or domestic issues need to be addressed. It's typically regarding women's issues and how women get along. Hmm. Y'all know what this means, okay? So, in brief, this card is about witches and their power. Drawn in by illusion and fantasy, what is hidden, seclusion. Whew. So it's about the past, history, and all it evokes. Guilt, remorse, issues with trust, drowning in emotions, looking to save or be saved, ruminating over problems while not moving forward. So, I mean, there's a lot of really challenging things that come with this energy. Now, I'm talking about the energy, I'm not talking about the sign. This energy has a lot to do with really deceptive practices. So, it might be a case of the person deceiving themselves into believing there's a circumstance where there isn't, and selecting you so generously to be the focus of their created circumstance. So if they've created the circumstance, what's that have to do with you? If it was created, what's that have to do with you? That's what you have to ask yourself. Your perception should lead you to choose the most compassionate path, the most compassionate reaction and response. Sometimes the most compassionate thing is not the most gentle option. Sometimes the most compassionate option is to just lay it out flat and be like, look, bitch. Don't call them a bitch. That'll piss them off. But sometimes the most compassionate thing is for you to be like, look, I don't know what is going on. And if I don't know what's going on, then I'm not going to partake in whatever you're doing. You can say whatever you're going to say. There will be consequences for what you're going to say to other people when I'm not there. If you're going to try and slander me, there will be very real consequences for that. And you're not throwing around empty threats. Don't throw around empty threats. If you're going to say something like that, there needs to be a real consequence, and you need to think about what that is. And kicking someone's ass is not an option. Doing illegal shit is not an option. You have to select something that will grow you. Okay, card number 5, growth. It has to be something different. Now, for example, me, I hate to say this, I'm accustomed from earlier life that when there's conflict, we just kick each other's ass. Okay. I'll give you like 5 minutes. I'm going to kick your ass and then it'll be done. You'll know that anytime you open your mouth about me, you're going to have a problem with me and my body parts making contact with yours. So, don't fuck with me. I'm not going to fuck with you. Don't fuck with me. Now, obviously, we can't handle things like teenagers, right? Because Lord knows that's not where we are anymore. I'm not there. I don't know about you guys. I'm not there. I would prefer nonviolent methods. I don't know what your options are. For me, I'm just like, if I catch wind and that shit's documented, send it to legal. Let them kick your ass. I got work to do. So you need to figure out what your options are. Getting violent, doing illegal shit, those are not options anymore. We're not like 15. So card number 2, boo ho. Transform the way you see. Maybe maybe what you need to see is that this person is actually triggering higher levels of growth. Maybe excuse me, these silly hoes are nothing but rungs on a ladder. Climb them bitches. Maybe they're providing you the rungs for which to climb. Okay? Climb it on up. Climb it on up. And then you have the divine sun child. Let's see what this card means. If this is menopause, I sure wish this bitch would just hurry the fuck up because all this like dilly dallying, you can't be doing this kind of shit to me and you give me my period. You gotta pick one or the other. Don't make me feel menopause shit and have me do my period. That's some bullshit right there. I'm just saying, I'm really pissed off with life right now. I don't really have a reason to be pissed off aside from the fact that that was a total tangent. You guys didn't even need to be a part of that. I'm just saying, I'm sorry. Divine Sun Child, blessings of the Sun Falcon. Sun Falcon better turn on the fucking AC. I can't, you guys. I'm about to pass the fuck out. I swear to God. There's not enough namaste in this bitch right now for me to calm down. Okay. Blessings of the Sun Falcon, the divine sun child Horus, son of Isis and Osiris, flow to you now, beloved initiate. It is time to allow your life to flourish without limits, to let your light burn bright. Oh my God, that scared the shit out of me. Thank you, Marissa. That scared me. Um, to let your life flourish without limits, to let your light burn bright and without veil, just like the midsummer sun, burning without contest in the Egyptian desert. Blessings of the sun falcon herald the time when your divine legacy is being born. It's time, it's your time to burn bright. It's just your time. When things happen that continuously challenge you to not climb up that ladder, that's because you're about to level up. It's usually right before you make a massive leap forward and upwards that you experience this type of conflict or challenge, struggle, whatever you want to call it. That's when you face it. Okay. Um, Horus, the divine son child of Osiris and Isis, was born out of impossible circumstance through the great devotion of his mother Isis and her loving determination to heal her husband and bring him back to life, to eventually become king of Egypt, defeating dark forces that would seek to destroy him and all that he loved with great triumph. It's the story of the divine hero of Egypt. So, what if this is like the story of you where you're bringing back aspects of yourself that will help you to further protect and encourage and empower yourself? What if, and this is not true for everybody, but what if for some of us, this is a case of you used to be way over here on this side of the polarity, and then you went way over here on this side of the polarity, and this triggering is trying to bring you center. So, like for me, for a period, I was highly aggressive, highly combative, confrontational, and then I became highly passive, very quiet, just very easy to have your way with. And I won't say anything because I don't want to be that mean person anymore. And what if triggering me into some sort of conflict is nothing but an exercise to help me find that happy medium where I can stick up for myself, but I'm also not going back to being unnecessarily aggressive, combative, confrontational, all the cute stuff. What if it's that? What if that's what you're going through? What if you're being given the opportunity to begin choosing different things for yourself? Yes, you are worth all the way to the end. The number 23 is very indicative of Michael's tribe. 2 is a number of guidance. 3 is a number of a solid foundation. You're being guided to a solid foundation that will, when combined, provide you with a gift of change. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 is a number of change. You're being asked to change in the most loving way possible, where you're getting the chance to choose what about you you're willing to shift, how much you're willing to shift it, and when you will do that shifting. These are things you have to be cognitive of, because if you don't consciously choose these things, action and non action are both choices. That's what he told me. He told me action and non action are both choices. So if you're going to choose non action, then that means you're giving someone else the opportunity and the authority to make the choice for you. So you have to choose for yourself, or someone will choose for you. Um, ooh, I notice when I have a loss, something I'm given something esoterically. Yes. The larger the loss, the larger space that is created for something esoteric to come back to you. It's true. Um, the greater the losses that I suffer, and some people might think this is like me trying to promote self deprivation and abuse. And no, it's an observation. There's a huge difference. So I noticed that when I go through really difficult circumstance, at the end of it, after I've basically allowed my higher self to deplete all of this rebelliousness within me and I submit to my own process. No one else is doing this to me. This is my process. After I finally submit to my own process, I come to a realization of tremendous levels of awareness, like a huge leveling up. And the more pain I experience in that process, the larger the level up. So, all right, last couple cards. Why are these? That's weird. Okay, it's like the same cards keep popping up. As the High Priestess of Earth, card number 3, 3 being the number of a solid foundation. Embodying that High Priestess energy means you have the ability to see with clarity, to see the processes that you're going through, to give your higher self permission to support those processes in as much a compassionate way as possible. Now, the level of compassion that is used and the way that compassion is expressed is very unique for each person. When I say compassion, I'm not talking about let me get a tissue to dry your eye as I carry you over this pathway riddled with broken glass because you had a tantrum and smashed all the windows. Soul doesn't do that. Soul says, look here, kid. You broke all this glass. You better clean it up before you hurt your feet. You need to get over there in this amount of time. So you have this amount of time to clean this up. If not, your ass is walking through it. That's how soul is. Some people might not like that. That's how soul is. Please don't be so quick to believe all of these bullshit ass tutti frutti stories of like, no, your angels will carry you. No, your angels be like, you made a fucking mess. We're not cleaning this up. You need to finally learn you've come of age and you need to finally learn not to make messes like this. Because really, how does a child learn? Because within consciousness, when you're a human, you are at a toddler ass level. Okay? That's where your consciousness is at when you are in human form. For me, the most effective and efficient and most compassionate way to teach my child not to make a mess, 99% and 936, is to tell him, hey, you really shouldn't do that because if it gets messy, you're going to have to clean that up. And if you don't want to clean that up, you shouldn't make a mess. And I'm the kind of mother, I will let you make that mess. I already told you causation and effect. You make that mess. In the middle of that mess, I will remind you. Remember what I said? You're going to have to clean that up. So choose, is it worth the enjoyment of making a mess? Because afterwards, you're not going to be happy cleaning it up. No matter what, your ass is cleaning that up. I don't care if it takes 5 minutes or 5 hours. We are going to learn this lesson today, and I will stay right by your side as you cry, picking up each little Lego and putting it back. That's up to you. It's up to you. And I've done this with my children. I'm not going to scream at you. I'm not going to berate you. I'm going to very lovingly sit with you. There's another Lego right there. It's okay. You're almost done. All we have to do is pick up a few more pieces. Next time, now we know we don't want to make a mess this big. Okay? It's okay if you're a tornado. Tornadoes exist for a reason. And so what if you're a tornado? Are you a tornado or are you just identifying as that because you've been shamed your entire life about who you are and how you behave? I've been told my entire life that I'm mean. Am I mean? Depends. How are you treating me? I mean, I don't get mean until you basically force me to get mean, unless I'm ovulating. At which point, if you're within reach, I'll claw you. I don't know why. Hold on, the cards fell. Now I'm going to read the last few cards because I forget going. Where the hell did I put the cards? Well, ain't that some shit? Oh, it's right here. All right. So we're doing the high priestess thing, right? Let's see. So there was an oath made for loyalty. That loyalty is requiring a risk. That risk includes movement. That movement leads you to hope. Now, here's the thing though. For some of us, we're in denial of the fragments we are collecting. We are looking for, we are looking, okay. Let me go back. So we go to the high priestess energy, right? You're trying to achieve higher levels of awareness. Now, there was an oath of loyalty that was taken between a masculine and a fucking feminine. How did I not see this shit? 13 and 49. There's an oath of loyalty between a masculine and a feminine. And a risk needs to be taken for movement to occur. Without willingness to take a risk, I'm not comfortable with this reading at this point. Without willingness to take a risk, there will be no movement. You will both stagnate. I got fucking bamboozled, man. I give up. I give up. One of you is in denial that there is fragmenting happening and there's a need for the fragments to reconnect, come back together to create a groove, a space for which hope to exist within. And you can do this in a playful manner, okay? Playful manner. So, there are lessons needing to be learned. And now I'm being reminded you don't have to show up to every single battle that you're invited to. And sometimes those battles are invitations. Sometimes those invitations are battles within yourself where you're fighting yourself. You're fighting your process. I'd like to fucking fight Michael is who I'd like to fight. So I guess y'all needed to hear this. Let me just try and laugh this off while I look for another final card. Just breathe. Just breathe. Right, Salty. Right, Salty. Yes. When spirit sucks you into a rough read. Right. Right. Let me just get a final card. Like I said, I'm a chill out. This is what it is. Okay. Yeah, don't RSVP. I haven't even given people my address or my phone number or my email. None of that shit. Keep your invitations to yourselves. I'm sorry. That was rude. That was rude. All right. Here goes. Ooh. Ooh. Empress of the Pearl. Pearls of wisdom. Interesting. Interesting. 10 being the number of awareness, becoming aware of a journey that is needing to be planned and prepped for. Her chest being bare. Bare. She's naked. So this is basically exposing your heart space. Okay? What's not? Okay. You have an inner gift of great value, born of struggle, adversity, and challenge. In wisdom, you know that suffering can lead to growth, provided we are willing to search for a way to heal through it. Seeing challenges as ways to expand your spiritual light empowers you to focus on the growing light rather than getting caught up in suffering. Natural pearls are rare, lustrous, feminine gems created within a living organism, the pearl oyster. They have a unique creation process. Natural pearls are created when a foreign entity, such as a grain of sand or parasite, finds its way into the pearl oyster. The oyster reacts and creates layers of pearlescent substance, creating a warmly glowing treasure within. Just like the beautiful and rare natural pearl, you have a unique, beautiful spiritual beauty to offer to the world. Your pearl is your precious gift, something unique that is being born through your experiences and consciousness that cannot be created or copied by another because it's your own unique soul light. Any struggles you have experienced are a karmic gift to help you grow this inner exquisite offering to support the spiritual evolution of humanity. Once you recognize this, you can dispense with your struggles more swiftly, using them to help you grow and not adding unnecessary energy or focus to the problem, which might make it grow instead. So it's really a point where are you going to continue to focus on what is irritating you? Or are you going to allow your process to continue, form that pearl of wisdom? It's through that irritation that you are given the opportunity to create levels of growth that eventually become that pearl of wisdom. One of you, please quote that and email it to me. I'm just saying. It's through that irritation. It's layer upon layer upon layer of tests, of struggles, of irritation, irritation, irritation. Because Lord knows how much Michael irritates me in these readings. Lord knows. Michael knows. All of you know. Yet he keeps doing it over and over and over again. I'm just saying. And look how advanced I've become. I'm just saying, it's that irritation that leads to the involution for your evolution. Does that make sense? You have to involute, you have to dive deep into yourself in order to evolve. Involution for your evolution. There's no other way to do it. You cannot evolve by simply mimicking other people. You know why? Mimicry is a parasitic activity. You cannot pretend to grow. You cannot fake that growth. You might be able to fool a few people by saying things that other people say, but without the truth of that understanding through life experience, you're not actually growing. It's just like putting on layer after layer of makeup, never washing off the base layer. That leads to some really ugly, fucked up circumstance. So many different ways. So many different ways. So don't fuck yourself up. Actually allow yourself to grow. It's okay for you to feel irritated. I have a feeling Michael's saying this to me right now. It's okay for you to feel irritated. It's a part of your growth. It's a part of the process that you have initiated to learn how to release the illusion of control. I have a really strong feeling he's telling me this personally, but I'm just going to play it off like he's talking to all of us because this could be applicable to any of you too. So we have to release the need to hold on to the illusion of control. We have to allow our irritation to benefit us, not just irritate us, because it's that irritation that causes the pearl to secrete the substance that eventually calcifies and becomes a pearl, right? So if that um, oyster never did that and it was a parasite that came in, I mean, that oyster is done for it. It wouldn't be long before the parasite had its way, right? So it's the very layers of your reactions and responses, whether you think it's the right thing or the wrong thing or the spiritually evolved thing or like devolved thing, whatever it is, it's a part of your process. Own it, embrace it, and allow yourself to grow. There you go. So, y'all could please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. Join me every single time I'm live. I do private sessions I gotta get to those private sessions. So I gotta go, guys. Thank you and bye.